Hi there, it's Tim with Far North Magic. Today I wanted to take a look at what's inside Mystery Booster 2. It's an article that came out a few days ago on August 9th. And let's see what's here, what gimmicks there are, what interesting things there are, and also Festival Unbox. And see if that's a worthwhile thing to get. I know I'm going to try and get it. Um, but we'll just see. Because I have no chance of going to a con. You can't justify spending that much money because even like some of the two or 3 day face events just seem too much money for the travel and hotel stays and everything. Um, since I don't, I'd like to go to them just to get another big card or two because I hate doing big cards through the mail, but just is what it is. We have Mystery Booster 2 with Comet Stellar Pup in the white border. Then we got another batch of playtest cards. And then we also have the Future Sight treatment on a bunch of cards. So Future Sight in the Future Sight treatment. And interesting. So so they debuted it at Gen Con, and then it's going to be at uh, other MagicCon events and such. So definitely going to be interesting to see how tight they control this. Like, is it going to be other conventions as well? Is there going to be like small distributions to stores, um, like thank you for being a store at Christmas. Here's a box. Have a draft and have some fun. Or like is it going to be tightly controlled for like 1 to 2 years? I figure 1 to 2 years it will be controlled at events and such, and then I figure in 2026 somewhere around there they'll probably do it as a full on release to everyone, but maybe they won't. I don't know. It's kind of what I would expect them to do, just because like the product be getting long in the tooth. They'd still have some demand from people that don't go to conventions, and there'd be probably arbitrage at that point, at least perceivably, if you could get the boxes at a decent enough price. So, Festival in a Box through the Secret Lair site, which is not something I want to try and do. I don't know. I haven't tried to buy any Festival in a Box in a while or Secret Lairs in a while. So, kind of not looking forward to trying to fight everyone else. Um, but we'll see and go from there, I guess. The Festival in a Box is actually a bit better than I expected because I expected them to water this down. So when you get the Mystery 2 box, that's and then you got Little Legends. So there's 5 chibi art legends. Then there's a 4 pack of promos. Um, I remember somebody was saying the Ponder and Swords to Plowshares are pretty pricey, but I imagine those will go down quite a bit. And then 3 collector boosters. I fully expected these collector boosters to just have been a fake photoshopped in when they first showed the picture, because I didn't think they'd give 3 decent sets with Wilds, Lost Caverns, and Commander Masters. Um, although, like, it almost makes me wonder, did they print more? Because those sets don't have serialized cards, or is this just stuff that's been kicking around? But like for some of these sets, the like Lost Caverns and Wilds, at least in Canada, the prices have been going up quite a bit. Like it's been a long time since I seen a box of Lost Caverns for like under 400. It's been a long time. It's been kind of crazy. But maybe they have a lot kicking around, or maybe it's just they printed some more. I don't know. I kind of get afraid of that because like that almost seemed the same thing with Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. It was seemed pretty scarce. It was drying up, and then there seemed to be another pretty decent sized wave, and then took quite a long time to stabilize. But this is what it is. This festival in box limited quantity. It's going to be uh, limit to 3 per order, and then it's priced at $249.99. I was fully expecting the price to be a bit more expensive. I figured like 300 or more. Because like these Mystery Booster 2 displays could be kind of pricey out of the gate. Like Mystery Booster 1, those boxes were pretty pricey because they had the original playtest cards, which were pretty pricey. But um, even the other versions of like Mystery Booster 2 are have still held like a decent like I think the last time I looked it was like 170 US, 180 US. And then like in Canada it's like 300 something. It's ridiculous if you can even find it. It is out of control. I would have liked to open more Mystery Booster 1 if I could have got it, but kind of couldn't get enough because you have to get kind of a lot to balance out a lot of the variants. Because one box you could do very, very well in that set, or you could do very, very bad. And a lot of stuff's been reprinted, so it's kind of very risky then. You're like super duper into Mana Crypt or Bust in that case. Whereas before, like before a lot of the reprints, you could do okay. So it is the 3 collector packs, and then the in the Little Legends, there's a Rhea Dawnbringer, Orval the Allform, Drana the Last Blood Chief, Lavinia Azurius Renegade, and Omnath Locus of Creation. I'm kind of surprised at Rhea Dawnbringer's price. I fully expected her to be like back to the bulk, but she seems popular. Orval was very popular at one point. I don't know what he's done since. I thought Drana wasn't very expensive, but still a useful card. Lavinia is an annoying card, and Omnath was pretty expensive for a while. Saw play in Modern even in the Elemental deck when that was a thing, but seems to have been pushed out. Then we got the Ponder and Swords to Plowshares promos. I fully expect these to get crushed down. I don't know, $5 to $10 maybe. I don't know. I'm not very good with promo figuring because, like, to me, I'm just gonna get whatever the cheapest is for the most part. And then we got a Convention Morrow has a playtest card in the promo pack, and then a Plains. I'm almost surprised they always like a lot of the time they do Plains as a promo. instead of an island or something, because like islands would get extra. Well, I don't know. I always find it funny when they do a planes and they don't do the whole cycle, just because I would think it'd be one of the least popular uh, land types, but just is what it is. So we have 1800 cards, 1800 plus cards. So that would indicate to me that it's set up the same as the Mystery Booster 1, where you had each slot had like a whole sheet worth of cards. And in that case, they can push a lot of more powerful and cards into the set because you're not seeing them as often. And then also they can push a lot of cards that are actually like valuable without ruining them completely, because you'd have to buy like so many before you see a copy. So like if you have a like normal standard set where like you'll rip a case and it's like I don't know 1.5 or 1.7 mythics of each mythic, and then like 3.5 of each rare or something. At least that's what like some of the numbers were before. It was like 1.77 for mythic, 3.54 for rare, and then you had like you're gonna get like 6 or so of each uncommon, and then you're or 6 or 7, and then you're gonna get like 20 of each common or something, or 22 or 3 or something. In this case, you're gonna get like out of 5 boxes, you're gonna get just over 5 boxes. You're gonna get like one of each card. So in a case, you're gonna get like 1.1 or 1.2 or something. So you just see a lot less. Like, yeah, there is a lot less packs because you're only getting 24 pack boxes instead of 36 pack boxes. But it's still like you can shove like cards in, and then also like a lot of cards are gonna have like that name recognition, but actually don't have the value anymore. Like there's gonna be a lot of like price memory of, oh, this card was $40 or $30, and you're gonna look it up and it's gonna be like a $5 card or $10 card type thing. Now, mind you, in some of the treatments in this, it might be still have a premium, but I imagine there'll be some like disappointment when people look up this stuff and go, "Oh, that's only this much now," or like something like Path Exile or Swords to Plowshares or something. When you go look, like they're very good cards. They've been reprinted, uh, literal all the time. But um, I don't know. I always remember Swords and Path being $3 to $5 cards, and now they're like $1. It is so bad, $1 or $2. Like, but it's good for accessibility and good for play. But so there's 10 uncommons and commons in each pack. You get 2 of each color, one card from a multicolor artifact or land that's a common or uncommon, a rare mythic. Then you got the Future Sight Frame with a 60% chance of a rare mythic, and then a 5% less than 5% chance of it being a foil. So those foils are going to be tough. They're going to be like one a box. It's going to be almost as crazy. It's going to be pretty close to like it's like the same difficulty as Time Spiral Remastered foil, because they were like 1 in 27, but you got 36 packs. So definitely going to be interesting to see, because those foils are going to be very hard to get because it's like one a draft basically. And then 1% of boosters. You have a traditional foil acorn alchemy thing. I don't care about that. That's just a stupid alchemy card. That's not useful anywhere. Then we got white border cards with 40% chance of it being a rare. So sometimes you're going to get 3 rares. So I think the boxes are going to be kind of similar to the original, like not as many rares or mythics actually as Mystery Booster 1. It just seemed like those boxes had like 50 or 60 rare, like 60 rares. I don't remember exactly. But you seem to get a lot of rares and mythics in Mystery Booster 1. You got a lot of mythics compared to like a normal set with 24 packs. And this is going to be pretty similar. Like you're going to get 2 rares or mythics a lot of the time, almost all the time. Sometimes 3. You're going to get 1 also a bunch of the time. But kind of more for that boom bust situation, I think. But so we got the Future Sight frame with them putting a bunch of iconic cards in. So definitely going to be interesting to see how these all fare with being kind of bottlenecked out for the first little while. Like if I was looking for any cards from this set, I'd be waiting quite a bit, like at least 6 or 8 months probably. I would be probably waiting so long I would forget. But definitely cool. I think it'd be cool if I could get them by opening the boxes, but I imagine I would want to try and even just draft it at my house. And then Thassa's Oracle, so another pretty in demand card. Another Urza Lord High Artificer reprint. And this reprint I actually like because it's a different frame, different art. Like at least it's different. Like not the same art, not a frame that's been already used. Like that's I think part of the problem with like a lot of the reprints are same art, same frames. Maybe you add an extra frame, like Urza had a borderless and Dominaria remastered, but then you shouldn't have done a retro. That's the way I look at it. Like if you like I don't want to say gate the frames and the art, but that would be kind of a way to have the card get reprinted, but then not be as impactful on every version of it and make all the versions like $10 when this card was like $40-$50. At least in Canada, it was like a massive, crazy 40-50. Like it was so much money, and then now it's like I want to say $10. So you can only get the foils from the Future Sight cards. The reprinting Gix. Dragon's Approach is an interesting card. Just because, like, how many is somebody gonna try and get all foils for their Dragon Approach deck? That would be crazy. That will probably have more value than what most people would think. Got Multani, Squee, Titania, Captain Sisay. So many of the characters from before looks like the Vanguard arts for the Weatherlight ones, which are good. Arcane Signet again in a decent in the command tower. So those are probably going to be very premium um, versions for the foil and a reflecting pool. That's another good one. So we got playtest cards again, um, including Mox Poison, done by Dan Fraser this time. So they actually had real artists doing the playtest cards instead of just I think it was WotC staff last time. So definitely interesting to see if any of these playtest cards actually become real cards. But I guess we'll just have to see. You get some new Eternal Legal cards with like this dragon that was from one of the game. What was this? Vintage. I don't know. One of the video games. Then we got Acorn Alchemy cards. Definitely interesting that they're still not doing any tokens for the Power 9 or anything. Or Lightning Bolt here. Or, I don't know. I think that's one of the failures of some of these like mystery boosters or jumpstart. You just don't have the tokens. But that would involve an extra piece of cardboard, so can't afford that. Definitely too much money. White border white border cards. Uro, Titan of Nature's Wrath. That was a really expensive card. Now it's got a couple reprints, so it's probably just a couple dollars at this point. But it's got that like name recognition in my mind that it's still a pretty expensive card. Wasteland, that's always gonna have in my mind an expensive card amount, but I imagine it's like $15, $20 maybe. Probably way far off, but definitely cool that they did the old art, but almost surprised they didn't do some sort of borderless cards. And we have Goblin Guide again. Poor old Goblin Guide. And then they have reprints across 1,000 different. Over 1,000 reprints. So definitely interesting that they tried to get like some cards from like every um, basically every expansion type thing. So then you'd have like a really true like chaos cube type um, environment. Nexus of Fate finally gets a non-foil reprint. Um, so that had problems with it being only a buy box promo and foil that caused problems with them just curling too much. And then we got, I guess, the other lists. Um, so, oh, they did put AC in. Wow, that was gone. That went up so much money. That's crazy. That AC card. Oh, look how that deck was so good. Yeah. So August 19th, 9 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. So right at lunchtime. Screw over everyone on the East Coast. But definitely something that's interesting. I think I'm going to try and buy three, buy the limit. But I guess my question is what are you gonna do? Are you gonna buy any? Are you going to MagicCon events so that you can actually play in person? Are you just boycotting it because like screw Wizards wanting so much money? I'd like to know what your thinking. And if you've listened to this far, I appreciate you listening to my rambling. Thanks again for watching. I hope to see you next time. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Take care and bye.